YouTube, we are back with our series for part 3 of reacting to college prospects for the upcoming 2025 NBA draft, and I absolutely can't wait to get into it. So what we're going to do in this video, if you guys are new to the series, first of all, make sure you check out part 1 and part 2. In part 1, we went from the first ranked prospect, Cooper Flagg, all the way down to the 5th ranked prospect, and in part 2, we went from 6 to 11, and so check those out if you guys haven't already. In this video in particular, we're going to be diving through prospects ranked number 11 through 15 on Bleacher Report's mock draft list. I will link the mock draft list down in the description below. How this is going to work is we're going to read the little description for each player one by one that Bleacher Report has, and their comparisons and stuff like that. Check out the prospects because, again, I am totally new to this. I know nothing about any of these prospects, and so I want to learn and react to them with you guys. And then after we read the description on Bleacher Report, we're going to go over to their highlights and, watch some of their highlights at college, or if they're playing overseas, wherever it may be. We're going to react to those, and I'm going to break down some of their footage and basically just tell you what I see and tell you what I think about the prospect. And so if you guys want to see part 4, you guys that have been around know the deal. 30 likes on this video for part 4, and we will absolutely do that. I'll get that out to you guys as soon as I can. 11 through 15, I am so excited to get into it, starting with Jalil Bethea. Without further ado, let's get right into the video, folks. Of course, if you have any other information about these prospects that I might miss in this video, please let me know down in the comment section. Again, I'm a total noob when it comes to prospects. Starting with number 11, Jalil Bethea, who appears to be mocked to the New Orleans Pelicans at 11. And so, he is a small forward for Miami, 6'5", 190. I don't know if I'd say undersized, but, maybe a little bit undersized for a small forward. He's age 18 years old. He is a USA player, and his pro comparison is Anthony Simons. So that's interesting as a small forward to be compared to Anthony Simons. Probably going to be a really good shooter and shot creator if that's the comp. Let's read his little tag here. The level of intrigue around Bethea has peaked last year when he dropped 40 points at the Hoop Hall Classic with NBA scouts allowed in the building. He should have an opportunity to dance with the ball and create at Miami. That's basically what I'm seeing here for Anthony Simons as a comp. Profiles as a classic scoring guard who can get his own shot, hit tough dribble jumpers, and catch fire from 3. That sounds like Simons to me. Now, it's interesting to have him listed as a small forward here in the BR article, because none of this sounds like a forward to me. It all sounds like a guard. Anthony Simons, they said he's a guard, and so we'll have to see how he climbs boards will come down to his efficiency and whether he can showcase enough playmaking for NBA teams to picture a combo over an exclusive 2 guard. So that's going to be important to watch in the highlights. Is this guy going to be a sound enough playmaker to be a combo guard, or is he just going to be a scoring 2 guard? Again, those types of players, scoring 2 guards, it depends on, how great they are at it, but, he has to be able to make plays for others, because those players just aren't as coveted as combo scoring playmakers who have a lot of creation to them. Miami listing Bethea at 190 pounds suggests he's added an important weight to a previously thin frame. So let's check out Jalil Bethea for the Miami Hurricanes, watch some highlights here, and see what he looks like, and give my thoughts on him. All right, so if this video isn't super high quality, I do apologize. I'm going to keep the sound off so the commentators will not be on this video. I did get copyrighted for some of the clips we showed in last video, so I'm going to really try to avoid that for you guys. I do apologize for that. And so Jalil Bethea seems like an interesting player to me, and I'm excited to watch this film here. Let's get into it for the Miami Hurricanes, and I really like the article so far. Let's see if you can back it up with his game here. It's weird watching it without the sound. So he's number 3, I'm guessing here. Okay, so he's kind of got a little bit of a hitch in his jump shot, but that was a nice little play here. Let's break it down for you guys. So here he is off the ball. He does have good size if he is going to be a combo guard. I like the size. Off-ball screen here allows him to, free up and get this shot off, with no contest. He decides actually to not take this shot, which is an interesting decision. Ended up working out in this highlight, but he decides to step into a rhythm and, hit this little elbow jumper. If this is a shot in the NBA, you'd like to see him just shoot it right here. We'll have to see what kind of a player he is, but decides to, do a pump fake here. Gets around the defender, rises up around the elbow, and, confidently pulls up, hits the jump shot. The form had a little bit of a hitch, in my opinion, towards the top of the release right here. So, this is where you expect him to release this ball. Ends up pulling it back a little bit, kind of shooting it off 1 foot, which is pretty interesting, but he gets it to go. And so that's kind of a nice play there. I'd like to see him off the dribble, maybe create something from scratch. That was a play designed to get him open, and so we'll have to see. Okay, so here's him running the break. Appears to got fouled there. He didn't get the call, but in transition, we're going to rewind it back a little bit for you guys. So here he is running the break as the point guard, basically. Makes a nice little hezzy move right there, kind of an in and out dribble. He's going to get this guy off balance. Oh, that's a great behind the back right there. Watch this. Little stutter step, freezes the defender a little bit. You'd think he'd go left with that basketball after, getting the defender to shade right. And then he actually dribbles towards the defender and makes him miss again with the little behind the back. That was really silky smooth right there. And I would imagine he's going up either a pull up right here off of this dribble, or he's going to take it to the rim. There's not much help. Does take it to the rim. That's a tough finish there in traffic. Through the contact. Let's see if he got the foul. Did not get the foul, but that's just a great finish in traffic, coast to coast. After his teammate gets the rebound, hands it off to him. Got fouled a couple times on that possession. No calls, but nice finish there. All right, so here's another off-ball screen. It's going to get open. Not much space. Going to have to make something happen. Go left on the screen, I would imagine. Yup. Okay, so now he has the mismatch. He has the matchup he wanted. Actually, the defender switches, and so he has a much bigger player on him here. I'd imagine he'll try to break him down with some dribbles. Wow, that's a very creative step through. Nice little step through move right there, but a very creative shot right here. I mean, he's basically, you got him right here as a defender, and unfortunately for the defender, he leaves his feet, but this is a very interesting step through move. Ended up working really nice. He has good soft touch on his jumper, ends up being kind of a floater, and that's just a nice NBA move that basically gets a defender in the air, steps through, and uses that soft feathery touch to hit the little 10-footer floater for Miami. I like that play a lot. Very creative in my opinion. So here he is off an inbound. Nice way to get open. Now I would imagine it will attack. But all of these players are ball watching, so maybe you'd like to see him pass this ball. Nice. You get the foul. He did get the foul on that. Pretty interesting possession there. Good form on his free throws. I like it. But he's got good size for if he's going to be a combo guard or even just a 2-guard. I like his size a lot. This is a situation you'd like to see him maybe shoot this basketball off the catch. He's definitely got enough space to get that off, but he, decides to attack the baseline. Got the defender on the hip here. Doesn't appear to be a super explosive athlete, but he's probably going to pass this to the big. Yep. And it appears he got fouled off of that baseline drive. Shoots some free throws again. Knocks them both down. Nice job. Here he is off an offensive rebound, off a loose ball. He gets it. Again, that's just a nice pass. Maybe a little bit more quick decision making you'd like to see, a little bit more crisp. You know what I mean? Like he could pass this ball realistically right here and it would be a lot more crisp and fluid. Decides to take a couple extra dribbles here, which ends up falling down. Again, this is we'd like to see maybe a little bit more quick decision making, but the result is always good on these highlights. And so just stuff I'm kind of nitpicking here, but a lot of good offensive stuff I'm seeing so far. Okay, so here he is off another catch. Gets the defender off his feet a little bit, gets fouled on the baseline once again. Oh, he traveled. Okay. I think he's got to make quicker decisions if he's going to be an off-ball player. Ends up traveling there, unfortunately. That's really good off-ball denial. Basically fronting the big man who is trying to post up, and it looks like this might be a mismatch he's in. And so he actually does a nice job fronting the big and fighting for position, so where the big has to basically end up going to the corner and not getting that touch off of that post. And so really good use of technique there on that. Big ends up getting the shot anyway from 3. Wow, he's got good. I'll tell you what, he's on the ground here fighting for this loose ball. Looks like a jump ball we're gonna have, and this is good dog mentality. I always love to see from highly regarded prospects who will still dive on the ground for loose balls. A lot of these guys have the opportunity to where if you're a player mocked into the lottery, I mean, you'd think that maybe you'd say, well, I'm a 5-star freshman, I'm at the U, and life's all good, and I'm a projected lottery pick. I don't need to go diving on the ball and potentially put my body in harm's way. He is willing to do that. That's good fight. You're up 30 points in this game so far, and to still be giving effort like that, I really like that a lot. And so that's a good look at Jalil Bethea. Again, highlights don't always tell the full story. Obviously, these are 1 game's worth of plays, and I believe that was his debut. But at the end of the day, I actually really like the effort I saw from Bethea. He appears to be a competitor, which I like. He has good size for whatever position he's going to play. It's not going to be small forward, I'll tell you that right now. He committed to the defensive end of the floor. He made some tough dribble pull-ups. He had a couple assists that I liked on the interior, and he got to his spots most of the time. He did have that travel, but at the end of the day, I like the prospect. I think he has a lot of promise, and I like his intangibles a lot, and I think he could end up being a really talented offensive player. Moving on to the 12th ranked prospect who's mocked to the Houston Rockets. They will certainly not have that pick, right? Unless it's, no, I don't think it's via anyone else. I mean, they're playing great right now. Collin Murray-Boyles. And so Collin Murray-Boyles at 12th is a South Carolina power forward, 6'7", 245. That's a big man right there. That's a big guy. NBA comparison, he's age 19. NBA comparison, Julius Randle. That's a good comparison based on the size profile. I actually think that makes a lot of sense. Based on Collin Murray-Boyles' standout physical profile, interior skills, instinct, and per minute freshman scoring and assist numbers, he's poised to be one of the SEC's most productive players. The question is whether he adds any more to his face-up game or shooting range, and if not, will scouts still buy in? So it appears he's a driving, slashing type of forward with good physical traits that can get to the basket and is a productive offensive player who could use some work on his shooting. Murray-Boyles only took 5 threes. He's going to have to be able to shoot a little bit in the NBA as a power forward, as this type of player, unless he's like a defensive lockdown machine. Murray-Boyles only took 5 3-pointers last year, but there are always outliers, and the 19-year-old sophomore just may be a good enough from the post, short corners, rolling off screens, crashing the glass, and sliding his feet to continue scoring, finding teammates, and defending in the NBA despite lacking creative handle or jump shot. And so again, when we saw Julius Randle come out of the draft, I believe he didn't have all of this stuff to his game yet. He was more of a, like he said, an interior, punisher, back to the basket, athlete, and good rebounder. And now Julius Randle is one of the best playmakers in the league at the 4 position. He could score on all 3 levels basically, and he has added that creative dribble. But I just really like the profile here, and I like what I'm seeing from the description. I like the raw intangibles, if it is truly what they're saying. And so let's get into Collin Murray-Boyles' highlights at South Carolina this season. I don't want to see from freshman year. I want to see from this season. Let's get into it. All right, so this video might have been the last game South Carolina played, and against Virginia Tech, and it says Collin Murray-Boyles shows versatility versus Virginia Tech. And so I'm definitely curious to see this video. This should be a good look at the full skill set, and let's see it. Man, he's big and physical. I like the physicality on this play here, and he's built like a bowling ball, man. He's got some Draymond Green qualities to him in terms of his body. I like the physicality, and watch him catch this ball right here from the post, and he keeps it high. Notice that right away he keeps it high, runs into the help defender, and so he does a nice little post move, gets the feet in position, gets us back to the basket and finishes tough through contact. That was really good NBA strong finish right there. I really enjoyed that a lot. So here he is from the perimeter, and he's going to take this. He's got a little guy here. He's going to take this, slash to the basket, finish with the right hand. That looked really fluid to me. Again, I just like the fluidity and the physicality. He's going to be a tough guy to stop in transition and going downhill off of these drives. I mean, he's just a big guy, right? And so here he is in transition. Got a little bit of contact. I don't think he got the foul, but watch on his left arm here. Yep, finishes left. He looks like a lefty to me. Good attack on the baseline. Good way to find the corner. I mean, I really like this prospect. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Here's another post up from the perimeter a little bit on this wing slash baseline. Going to attack. This time he goes the other way and finishes strong through contact, man. I like what I'm seeing. This is an NBA body. I mean, he could play in the NBA tomorrow and have an NBA body to him. The physicality is amazing. He's a strong kid. So here he is. Nice little pass. This could either have been a DHO or a jump shot. He could have turned around, but they're kind of helping on him. And he just finds the open guy and makes the right play there. It's a nice little quick decision that he made that ended up being the right play. Here he is. Off of some movement on the interior. That's a goaltend, another finish there. That was a little bit of an errant pass that we just saw. Watch right here. Yep, off the baseline. He likes attacking that baseline. This time from the left-hand side, which is, it would appear, his dominant hand. A little bit of a miscue there, but finishes through the contact. That's an N1. Haven't really seen a jump shot yet, but the athleticism is clearly there. Look at him getting fired up off that M1 dunk. Here's some defense, it should be. Nice, great verticality there. Way to stay on his feet. Watch, he didn't jump, he didn't overreact, he didn't foul him. Go straight up, both hands straight up, playing a verticality, and he'll end up getting the block, and so that's just really good, strong defense on the interior there. And I like him a lot so far. Here he is stepping out and showing on this screen. Man, way to run the handler off the spot there. Ends up getting back in the play. I mean, I'm sold on this kid. Wow, he reads the game extremely well. He's got great physicality, great intangibles physically. He's got an NBA body already, and hopefully he can develop a jump shot. I don't really think that he needs to be a creator from the perimeter necessarily, but if he can knock down a catch and shoot three in the NBA, I'm sold on this player. I mean, I think he's an NBA power forward day one if he can knock down a catch and shoot once in a while. I mean, I don't know what there isn't to like about him. I mean, he's just so physical. Watch this possession here. He's got the guy in the post up, maybe a little bit of a hook of the arm there. I kind of agree with that player there, but gets the steal. He's just active defensively. He's just a really active, engaged motor player. He's got a high motor from what I could see in this game. Great defense again here. I mean, just going straight up, just stays on the ground. Just a really good, strong fundament. I really like Collin Murray-Boyles. Probably my favorite we've seen so far. I'm a big fan. I'm sold on him. I'd like to see him shoot a consistent jump shot. No question. He can start in the NBA with that if he can knock down a league average rate at catch and shoots. And so I'm a huge fan of Collin Murray-Boyles. I really am. Coming in at number 13 for our third prospect we're going to react to, we have the Atlanta Hawks via Kings on point guard, shooting guard from Israel, who is Ben Saraf. Is it Saraf? I don't know quite yet, but please let me know down in the comment section if you know how to pronounce this name. Point guard from Israel. Now, Manu Ginobili pro comparison, now I'm intrigued. I'm such a big fan of Ginobili with the Spurs. He was so awesome to watch. Great player, Hall of Famer. Ben Saraf isn't slowing down. He's 18 years old, already playing pro basketball, it appears. Continue to score efficiently and give ULM a dangerous playmaking weapon with his handle and passing IQ. So could be a little bit of a Nolan Traore type of player who I was a big fan of in last video. Creativity and tough shot making have stood out most. So maybe a little bit more of a scorer than Traore, because one of the question marks about Traore was his consistency and shot creation. With Saraf now 9 out of 21 out of isolation. That's pretty great there, folks. I don't know. 6'5", 201. Also, I forgot to mention, as a point guard, shooting guard with good playmaking and shooting, most separating into step backs, abruptly pulling up in the mid-range. Athletic limitations shows on his drives where he can be forced to attempt contested low percentage layups. I'm reading this and I'm thinking, what's the negative here? This guy sounds like an amazing player. Haven't read a negative once, and all I'm reading is incredible stuff. So it appears his athletic limitations could be the con of this player. So that's kind of a drawback we'll have to see him work through, but he does get to the rim at a good rate. He's still crafty and competent enough to counter and convert difficult finishes. So I'm just in love with the prospect so far. Though he'll remind you each game of his age and overly ambitious decision making, sounds kind of like a young Luka Doncic and maybe a little bit of LaMelo Ball sprinkled in there. Saraf is looking more like a legitimate first round lottery prospect as the sample size of production grows. And so I'm excited to see his highlights. This is a player, he wears the same number as Luka. I just love these type of guys, these point guards with good, smart IQ, really high upside playmaking wise. And so we'll have to see if he ends up going in the lottery here, but I'm really enamored by what I'm reading here. And so let's check out some Ben Saraf highlights. I hope to gain the pronunciation in the highlight reel as well. All right, so this appears to be some Saraf highlights from his professional team. 14.7 assists, a little bit of a reel here, and we'll watch some of the amazing plays that it appears he's going to be able to make. Here he is, number 77 in orange, so pay attention to him, and I'm excited to watch this player. Let's see. So this is professional, okay, in Israel, from what I understand. So here he is off a pick and roll, going left. Good finish there. I don't know that he's unathletic. I think he's not like blazing speed or, Tyrese Maxey or Darius Garland necessarily, but I don't know. I think he's got long strides. He's a big guy, and so maybe that could, work to his advantage. But if he's crafty enough, like they say, that looks, to me at least, good enough to be an NBA caliber drive. I like it a lot. So here he is off the wing, off the right wing. He's going to go left again. That's just a great pass. I mean, from the top of the key, this is NBA range on this pass. Luka Doncic, Trae Young type of pass. Bullet, no look to the open roll man who finishes the alley-oop. Just a, great spot where he put the ball. That's an NBA caliber play right there that he just made. That's incredible. Watch him, no look, to this corner player, and just a great pass off the pick and roll. And I really like what I'm seeing so far. Here he is one-on-one. I mean, okay, dude, like what? That's a special pass. You know, like we see a few players in the NBA, and I don't use this lightly. I mean, there are a few players in the NBA who make that pass. You know, you got Jokic, you got guys like LeBron and Luka. There are some others I'm missing. To know where you're going with the ball that much ahead of time, he sees them probably in the peripheral or in just his head. He knows where the defenders are. This player in black is, you know, on the help and basically going to think he's driving, and so he just knows this corner's open, and he just, I mean, darts it, bullets it over there. Like Patrick Mahomes, right, you know, right in the shooter's hands too. This is late in the shot clock, and he just, I mean, that's just an NBA, that's just special type of pass right there. It's special type of IQ to read the game that way and then execute the pass like that. I mean, okay, so here he is off a steal off the inbound. Good Euro step, gets the foul, didn't end up finishing the play, but, you know, makes these 2 free throws, I would imagine. Yep. And so here he is off a, you know, another pick and roll. Goes to his left. He really likes going left. That's a crafty decision right there to pass for the lob. Really enjoyed that. I just think he has the size to be an excellent combo guard. I don't know what his defensive situation is, but I mean, he has good size enough to be able to be a little bit switchable and versatile, but I think he might get blown by quite a bit. But offensively, I mean, this is one of the more complete point guards I've seen in this draft. As far as pick and roll ball handling, I think him and Traore are right up there, but I think he has a little bit more panache to him than Traore, even though I think Traore is one of my favorite players in this draft. Probably he's going to be an amazing pick and roll ball handler and playmaker, and you know, I think even shot maker a little bit. But I am really liking Ben Saraf here, and so there's just not much not to like. And so he reads that passing lane well. He's going to drive right off this break. Looked like a travel, maybe. We'll have to see this again. Sure was, yeah, but they called a foul. You know, maybe you could get that ball to the big who's in the basket here. So here's a one-on-one ISO. This is what we really came here to see, the passing in the ISO. Got the passing down. Here he is off the ISO. Left hand goes to right. That's just a good spin move, good high off the glass. That's just a great finish. And those are the types of plays you can make in the NBA. You know, he has the size and the touch. And so he breaks on the defender here one-on-one. He's got some help in the back, but, you know, helps just a little bit too late and a little bit too small, and he ends up really clever finish because he finishes over the defender without even, I mean, he makes that spin move, and that's a snap decision, I'm telling you. And so he gets that ball over the defender's outstretched arm here, Ellis, and finishes off glass, really soft touch, and knocks down the free throw. So here he is one-on-one again. This time a step back from the right side, which is rare for a lefty shooter like this. Step back right side. You know, you see James Harden work in this area quite a bit, and that's one of them that I can think of. But a lot of lefty shooters like to work left. I mean, Luka Doncic down in right where this ref is where he's taken most of his step back threes. So lethal. This really, you know, reminds me of James Harden a little bit. Great use of the step back, good footwork. That's just a great shot. I mean, that's a tough shot. That's a really good shot against a pro defender there. One-on-one again, he's got the mismatch, bigger defender. It appears this might be the big. Big does a good job sliding his feet, but Saraf just a little bit quicker, gets to the rim a little bit faster, uses the backboard as a shield really, and so that's a really good finish with his non-dominant hand as well. That's a righty finish there, through the contact, through a much bigger, you know, longer defender, and still gets the basket. I mean, this is just really impressive to me. I think I'm already sold on Saraf. There's not much more I have to see, but his isolation work is really incredible to me. His court vision and his, you know, playmaking ability, I really do enjoy it. This could be a, yep, they come with the double off the screen. Big man doubles, and he just, you know, before he doesn't even have to think about it, adds a little bit of flair to this pass as well. I mean, he looks over to this, you know, wing player, ends up, you know, making the no look right in the big's hands for that. I mean, it's just a great playmaker. The one-on-one isolation plays, the handle, I really like the shooting touch that I've seen, the creativity, the IQ. I don't know how this guy isn't a lottery pick. I mean, there's just no question. He has to be. This is a special type of offensive IQ that we're seeing. And so, you know, hopefully you guys are as sold on him as me, because I don't see much to not like about Saraf. And so, and you know, I get that defensively there could be some issues, and like they said, athletically there could be some issues, but that is a special type of skill set offensively, and I'm sold on Ben Saraf. I really like him a lot. All right, folks, so I am recording this on a different day, this part of the video, for the rest of the video. So if it looks different, the lighting and all that, that's probably why. For the number 14th prospect, we have Drake Powell to the Orlando Magic, and he is a shooting guard out of North Carolina. I've actually heard this player's name. I think it might have been on Twitter. I can't remember. I've heard the name Drake Powell for sure. 6'6", 195, age 19, USA. Pro comparisons, Herb Jones and Will Barton. Okay, interesting two comparisons. So pretty much I'm guessing he's going to be like a, defensive wing with some offensive upside. Those types of wings are always, highly sought after in the draft and in the NBA in general. This is a wing league now, and, the NBA is shifting that direction. Drake Powell's defense figures to pop, while RJ Davis, Elliot Cadeau, Seth Trimble, and Ian Jackson's dominant ball handling duties in UNC's offense. So those are probably other prospects we haven't gotten to yet. Powell is quick and aggressive at 6'6", a combination that should result in highlight blocks and steals and create the versatility to guard ball handlers, wings, and forwards. You love to see that, man. Again, those types of players, every team could use them. We haven't really seen that many prospects so far that have this defensive skill set. In my opinion, he could be the one that is the most versatile defender so far. He has flash 3-level scoring, and with his improved pull-up and spot-up 3 ball, that's a really good sign. But for particular rotation, he may have more of a glue guy type role on NBA teams that can picture him filling for themselves. Now, you might say, glue guy, D-Have, at 14th overall. Well, yeah, I mean, this is the back end of the lottery here, and if he turns out to be this, versatile defender with a good spot-up 3, why not take that guy at 14 if it's really that good? Everybody needs a player like that, and, these players are hard to come by. Powell will earn fans by impacting games in different ways without needing to put up big scoring numbers. I love it already. I love these types of players. I love Herb Jones as his pro comparison. I can already tell I'm going to like this prospect, and I really hope to see a lot of good defense in his highlight reel. Let's watch Drake Powell at UNC. So unfortunately, I'm really struggling to find a just full highlight reel of Drake Powell at UNC. I'm only getting like individual game highlights from both teams, and we're going to try to find some highlights mixed in this Michigan State versus North Carolina game. So pardon the poor highlight reel, but this is a catch and shoot 3 opportunity that he drains here. So he's wide open in the corner here. Let's see his jump shooting form. Doesn't hesitate to shoot. It's a little bit slow on the release, but it does look somewhat effective here. Nice follow through on his form. I like it a little bit. Again, it is a little bit slow, but we'll have to see some more game of his to really, kind of judge his offense and defense, but that's a nice little catch and shoot 3 there. So on this play, this is actually really good, switchable defense. He decided to go over this screen. Michigan State ends up converting this play, but watch this defense here. So, he's in jail on this screen. He's got help in front of him, and he decides to switch on to the big man, which is the right move. But he notices this player is actually taking a pull-up mid-range, and he gets a good contest off on this mid-range. It's a little bit late, no question. That's what contributed a little bit to number 8 making the shot, but it's a good way to stay in the play and guard multiple people. This is good defense here. Okay, so here he is with the ball in his hands on the wing, makes a nice little jab move, and then see what he does here. That's a tough finish around the defender there. We'll watch it one more time. I like his burst. I think he has a nice first step to him. That's a strong finish in traffic. Gets the contact, ends up absorbing it and making the finish. So far, I like his game offensively. We haven't seen much defense yet, but we'll get there. He appears to be guarding 4s and 5s mostly throughout this highlight reel, which is interesting. As a 6'6", wing player, I do see so far, just watching throughout these highlights, a little bit of just good 3-and-D wing play, for the most part with versatile defense, and he's doing a lot of little things very well, like boxing out for rebounds, like moving players off of their spot on the interior in rebounding situations. I like it quite a bit. So we get a little bit of a snippet here on some defense. Actually, I think Powell does a very nice job of recognizing the play and switching on to the correct man. Now they convert this play once again here, but this is another sign of, good ability to instinctually know where to be. This player, number 4 down here, actually switches on to this player, and Powell is way behind this play actually, but again, he makes the correct decision to get out on this closeout. And again, it ends up, they convert. It's just a nice recognition, good defensive instincts there. And I should mention, I didn't get to see enough of the play to know whether or not it was a zone. It could have been a zone, and that's why number 4 switched so easily, and it kind of left Powell in a tough position there, but it actually might have been zone, but I'm just not sure. I didn't see enough of the play to really know what kind of coverage they were in. So this offensive play is a play, again, I'm kind of watching these in advance before I show them to you guys, because, this isn't just a highlight reel I can react to with you guys. I have to kind of see the play and know that he's in it in order order to react to it. So this is a play I like quite a bit. He's open here on the corner, but watch this, hustle and effort in allowing his teammates to get this loose ball, frees them up. So, this player, number 4, misses the shot, and he does a very good job of making his presence felt in the paint off of this miss, and now you have a loose ball situation. He kind of backs the player 55 out of his spot, and it allows number 4 to get this loose ball here. And I think that's a great play offensively to kind of just create an extra possession for your team, and it ends up, resulting in a slam. A lot of little things, you're seeing a lot of role player type of things here that you might see, in an NBA game where, these little things might not show up on the stat sheet, but they definitely help your team win. Again, these types of players, we talked about it a lot in our previous 2 videos. Haven't really seen a player like this yet, but he works well off the ball, and, he has the ability to make a quick read in a situation where he might have a mismatch. He might have a good opportunity to score or create for others, and he makes a quick decision, just a couple dribbles, and gets to the basket here and makes a nice dribble pull up fadeaway. Honestly, these types of players, this is a skill set you need to have if you're going to be an off-ball role player, and he does this really well. Watch this. So number 7, notices him in the corner, doesn't decide to shoot this basketball, takes it inside. He sees the open space here. Really good job of finding the space, does a little dribble hezzy right there, and it takes it into this kind of mid-range area, gets the defender off his feet, decides to pull up, and hits a tough contested mid-range shot. This is a nice off-ball role player play. You're gonna have to, make in the NBA to contribute offensively off the ball if you're not just gonna be a spot-up shooter, right? And so I really like that play a lot from him. I think so far, I'm very impressed, and I think he's a really good kind of 3-and-D plus player, right, offensively, and I like his versatility defensively. I like all the little things he's doing to contribute to winning basketball so far in this game. So this is a fast break opportunity. Runs the break in the middle of the floor very well. He is a smaller defender in transition to beat, a little bit smaller, but he uses his length to finish over this defender in a really good way. So watch this, just uses the length really nicely to, get into this player here and finish over the top, and nice way to hang in the air as well. I like his length. I think he's a long player, and that's going to serve him well offensively and defensively. As you see offensively there, in your finishing game, which again, length is your best friend in that regard. So really nice job there to finish in transition in a close game. You got to come up with something in that possession. As you can see right here, he is 5 of 6 from the field with 12 points. Another catch and shoot opportunity here. This is just a big spot in this game. They're down 7 points here in crunch time, really 6 minutes, 30 seconds. And he hits a big shot here off of the catch, gets it up over the defender. That was a good contest there. He really didn't have much space to operate there, and he ends up high arcing shot, which it looks really good. A lot of soft touch on it. It bounces off the rim a couple times, ends up going in, and that's an indicator of soft touch. When you could just get it up, high arcing shot over the defender's hand and up over the rim, and nice couple of bounces there work in his favor, but that's an indicator of soft touch. A really nice shot there in a big moment. This is again another critical point in the game here. As you can see, 1:10 left in this game. They're down 4. Need a big shot here, big bucket. And, he doesn't deliver the basket. He has the open space to shoot this, decides to not be a hero and make the correct play. He has a little bit of a slow release as well. And so he knows this player's open here. He just makes the extra pass, right? And that's an unselfish play. He decides, I'm not going to, I don't have to be the hero all the time. I can make the correct decision and make the extra pass, be unselfish, and teammate hits a big time shot here in this game, puts it within 1 with a minute left, and that was all as a result of it. Number 9 here, Powell, not playing hero ball, and it was just a really unselfish play, and I like it a lot. Good role player type of play. Really quick, I know this isn't part of the video, but number 3 here smokes this layup with less than a shot clock to go, and it's so unfortunate because this would have kind of sealed the game in my opinion, or at least made it, just a wide open layup, and he smokes it. Again, not part of the video. I just thought I'm actually getting entertained here. It's a really good game. Oh my goodness. No way. Is this going overtime? Look at this. Dang near buzzer beater goes in. Number 7's got to be feeling great about himself. Wow, that was a great play. Ties the game with 4 seconds. Does he make a shot here? Number 5. Oh, he ran into his own teammate. This is going overtime, folks. What a game. This is a big shot by Powell here, all right? They're down 4 in overtime to start out. This is, 3:27. He has a wide open 3, and he knocks it down. Huge, humongous shot. Ice in his veins, folks. Great shot by Powell. He's had a great game. I'm finding myself rooting for UNC somehow, even though I have no affiliation to any of the, I don't know anything about college basketball. I don't watch. This is a really great game. I'm rooting for Drake Powell. Oh, number 4. Not a good shot in that situation. Number 4. Oh my goodness, you had Powell. You gotta be unselfish there, man. Look at this. Powell's screaming for it. I'm open. Misses the floater. Misses it again. Oh, that's a killer. That's a killer, folks. Down 3, too. Oh my goodness, Drake Powell had it. This was to tie the game with 41 left. Wide open 3. You got to think these guys are tired at this point. He's played a lot of minutes tonight. At this point, in my opinion, he's had, most of these highlights are with him on the floor, and so I have to imagine. But wow, this is a wide open dagger. I mean, not dagger, but to tie it up. Just a little short. You're probably losing some legs at this point. Unfortunate, it's going to happen. You're going to miss shots, but see if he can redeem himself with the last 36. It would appear Michigan State's going to win this basketball game. Number 4 at the free throw line. Oh, 15.7. Man, so Michigan State hangs on. They win this game. I'll tell you what, that was a great game. That might just get me into college basketball. I don't know about that, but man, I'm impressed by Drake Powell. I love his game. I think he's got a lot of upside. I mean, he was nailing those catch and shoot threes. He provided good versatility on defense. He's a solid fundamental player, rebounds well. I really like the player. I think 14 makes a lot of sense. I won't fight that at all. And what a great game he had there. Unfortunately, NC couldn't pull out the victory. They had to have gone down in the rankings after that game, correct? And moving on to number 15, another Orlando Magic pick, Egor Demin. If his last name is pronounced Demon, I am already on board. That's the coolest last name I've ever seen. I've actually seen some stuff said about him on Twitter. I think he is supposed to be one of the guys that's climbing the ranks here in this draft board, and so we'll have to see. It goes to BYU. He's a wing player, 6'9", age 18. They don't have a weight for him. Out of Russia, and Anthony Black and Josh Giddey. So he could be a big, versatile, defender with playmaking upside. That's what I'm guessing here from the wing. I love Anthony Black as a player. These types of freak, size and skill set players, are coming into the league more and more here. Let's see the notes. If the results from Wednesday's exhibition game reflect Egor Demin's regular usage during the season, he's going to be in a good spot to showcase a coveted combination of 6'9" size and playmaking. I love it. An 11 assist line highlights his unique ball handling and passing for such a big guard or wing. Questions about his burst and frame for generating and finishing 2-point scoring chances may rise, and scouts will be eager to get eyes on his shooting. Still, Demin has always shown confidence in his jumper and shot making, and he'll find ways to score off the ball with cutting and transition. I love everything I'm reading, and if he truly is rising the draft boards here, I'm going to have to take a look at these highlights and see what I think. I just love these types of players with freak athletic profiles, with freak skill sets. 6'9" with playmaking. You think guys like LeBron James, you think guys like maybe a little smaller, Luka Doncic, Anthony Black, Josh Giddey. I love it. Let's check out Egor Demin, or hopefully Demon. Let's check out the highlights. So this is a BYU freshman record 11 assist performance. This might have been the one they're talking about here against, I guess, Central Arkansas, I would imagine. 18 points and 11 assists. BYU debut. So let's check out Egor Demin. But I do want to listen to a highlight or two just to get the pronunciation of his name, and then we'll jump into it. Okay, so it is Demin, and we're going to watch this play I just watched. This is a 3-point make off of a little step back here. Defender goes under the screen. He's a big man. Nice little slow game to him. I like the play at your own pace type of players. You're seeing more and more of those, and this appears to be one of them just from that highlight alone. Really nice shot. Another guy that comes to mind with a really versatile skill set and big body is Denny Abdia, who's now on the Portland Trailblazers. He's a big kind of wing and has a lot of defensive versatility as well as playmaking and handles. So let's check out him here off of the pick and roll. Another kind of sidestep, step back little move on a 3-pointer. Really nice confidence, just pulls into it, no question, no doubt about it, and he makes it happen. The form looks really good to me, and he steps into it with such confidence. I mean, I don't know how this player, again, they said the burst and stuff, maybe he's not a great defender. I don't know all of it, but I can imagine if this is truly, what I'm seeing, that he's rising the draft boards, and I totally get why. I mean, he's a freak. It's just a rare skill set with, this type of size. So he's going to work off ball here and, find the teammate. Really nice swing pass to the corner, right on the money, and he makes the shot. Great play by Demin. So here he is working off of the catch. One dribble move and a nice lob. Finds the heart of the defense here in the paint around the free throw line, and makes something happen with a quick, decisive pass. Really good, IQ so far that I've seen from Demin. Another screen and roll to the right. This time finishes himself, plays through the contact, gets the foul call. This is just a quick move there, and I didn't expect him to go up with that. I thought he was passing that the whole way. Just a very fluid handler and good IQ. I really like this player. It's slowly becoming my favorite of the video, I gotta be honest. On a fast break, Nice pass. Just waits for him, zips it in there. Good IQ. Again, I could not be more impressed by his IQ and his playmaking skills at the size that he is. He's so fluid as well. I really love this. He's got to be a top 10 pick. I got to be honest. If he's not top 10, there's something I'm just not seeing, right? Because this is always the type of player you could take regardless of fit. You know, if you're taking a playmaking point guard to operate pick and rolls and play make for others, that is a kind of special type of fit that a team needs that type of player. If you're taking a, rim running center with a lot of athleticism, you need a backup center or you need a center. And so this is the type of player, a wing like this, a big wing who can score and play make with good IQ, with excellent potential that, any team, doesn't matter what their situation looks like, could use. So I think a lot of teams would not be hesitant to take this player because, like I said, fit won't be an issue. It's not going to be an issue for a player like this. And so this is another pick and roll to the left side. Good lob. Quick decision, one dribble, quick decision. I mean, his IQ is incredible. The way they're using him in the offense is awesome as well. So really nice job by the, BYU staff, I would have to say. So this is an inbound pass. This might be the first inbound pass we've seen from a player in a highlight reel. And this is a no look to the corner. He zipped it in there right on the money. It's like, this is a special type of pass here. Man, he just sees it different. He's got the vision that we've seen from guys like Traore, that we've seen from guys like Saraf. These types of playmakers are few and far between, and quite frankly, you only get a couple of these guys a year. Last season, in my opinion, was Nikola Topic. This season, we have a few of them, but they are rare. Okay, so watch him operate this pick and roll here. Great finish. I mean, where did he jump from? See if he jumps from this little X here. Pretty much. I mean, this is a nice NBA finish here. Good Duncan, given the space, and he's just a great pick and roll operator. At that size, it's just so hard to guard that as well. He can make any pass over any defender, as well as, hit those perimeter shots. And so he's going to be able to get into the lane with impunity, just like a Luka Doncic would, because of his size. If his game is as fluid against, different defenders that I'm seeing. Nice catch and shoot, great release, knocked it down with confidence. This is also, by far its NBA range. No question. Great shot. I don't know how this guy isn't a top 10 pick. I must be missing something. Again, I believe this Bleacher Report list is a little bit outdated as well, and so that could be part of it, but this is a great pass. I mean, wow. Backdoor cut. Sees it from a mile away. Makes this pass from darn near half court, darn near from the BYU logo. What a pass. Pick and roll. It's going to find the corner guy. Good read, just the right read, honestly. I mean, he is just slicing and dicing this Central Arkansas defense. It's just an absolute clinic here. And another NBA 3 pull-up, not even pull-up, just spot up, no dribble into that. I don't know. This is my favorite player in this video by far. Like, I love Saraf as well, but man, I could not be more impressed. This guy's got to be a top 10 pick. I mean, you could argue top 7, top 8. I don't know, again, if he's got to be rising on the board. How is he not? If he, let me know down in the comment section if you're a, prospect watcher or an evaluator, what is it about this player that isn't top 5? Is it his defense, his, ceiling, his athletic limitations? Please let me know. Or is he getting to that point, by the time I release this? Because this is one of the best players I've seen on this list. He's got to be top 8, no question. He's top 8. And I think ceiling-wise, he might be top 5. Please let me know down in the comment section if you have any information on that. Here he is ripping, shooting the gap in transition here. Foot race now. Beats him. That's just a way to get off the floor in transition. Just such a fluid player with the ball in his hands at this size. And I have seen quite enough. Egor Demin is my favorite prospect of the video. He's going to be on the thumbnail. And, part 3 is now concluded. Again, I think Demin's got to be a top 10 player. Please let me know down in the comment section. I'll do some research after this and find out where he's ranked. But holy cow, this is crazy. I'm getting kind of a Denny Avdia kind of vibe, but a little bit more polished offensively. I think he has a little bit more creation, and I just think his upside's got to be through the roof at this size with that skill set and the shot making. It's incredible. I mean, no question. So hopefully he can be a versatile defender on the other end as well. I am absolutely blown away by Egor Demin. Demin the Demon. That's going to be the end of the video. That was 11 through 15. I think we've seen a lot of great players here, and the fact that he was ranked 15 going into the college season or whatever is crazy. It just shows the level of depth this draft truly has, and I am so excited for the draft. you know, I really hope that these players all succeed. You know, I'm really falling in love with the, you know, draft class, and so it's just crazy. And, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will catch you guys in the next one. 30 likes for part 4. I will do it immediately. I really want to continue this series, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret though. Even if we get like 20, 25 likes, I'm gonna drop the next video. But I just could not be learning more from this series and enjoying it more, and so hopefully you guys are learning with me. Or if you already know this stuff, hope you guys enjoy, you know, me learning through the process here of watching these players. And so again, any information I miss, let me know down in the comment section. It would really mean a lot to me. Leave a like, you know, 30 likes for part 4. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more installments of this series and much more NBA content. You know, we cover NBA stuff on this channel, so if you guys are new, please subscribe. Those are the biggest 3 things you could do: like, subscribe, and comment. And follow my Twitter, links down in the description. I will leave a link to this article in the description as well, this BR kind of mock draft here. And so again, I know some new ones have come out and they're probably going to be much more updated, but we've already started on this one, so we're going to continue the journey, hopefully get all the way to the 60th, or I guess 59th ranked prospect. And other than that, I will catch you guys in the next video, and I will see you guys in part 4 if you leave 30 likes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This has been prospects ranked 11 through 15 of the 2025 NBA draft. Egor Demin is my favorite. He's gonna be on the thumbnail. And hopefully you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, week, and month. And I could not be happier to have you as a part of D-Have Nation. I'm thankful for that. It's around the Thanksgiving time I'm releasing this, and this is your boy D-Have, and as always, peace.